This is Exhibit A for Mike LORENZ that is pleading for federal prison, and that's what he's getting. All right, defendant engaging in what is gang stalking under the fake sun. That's crossing path in the paper plate, the rental that she's gang stalking in, where she engaged in battery with that agency, the mentally ill that are stalking in helicopters, and they're doing so as demons that are hostile. This is what the population has been doing while they've been stalking me at a bus stop. They're doing so while AMR is stalking with light activity. This is what the mentally ill doing. They're actually monitoring. This is demonic behavior. And with regard to the behavioral health concern, 9B ZS 533 is subject to federal prison. K478G1 federal prison. 8CEB 425 federal prison. You already know everybody inside of Starbucks are going to prison for kidnapping at 7:15 in the morning, where the fake sun is outside of this window on July 4, 2025, where L. Edwards, who is gang stalking with that agency that's stalking under a fake sun at what will be 9:56 a.m. daylight savings time. It's 8:56 a.m. right now, and does so because they lack self-control while they're exposed as vagina monitors, delusional psychopaths who gang stalk you and they just don't talk to you. They sound sirens, they stalk you in fire trucks. They're mentally ill demons under a fake sun. It's humiliating. The demon possessed that stalk with impossible light, doing so in fire trucks, are exhibiting their incompetence, their corruption, their demon possession, which is what you need to deduce from it, but also the fact that they lack the control to control the violence that will be revealed and exposed and unleashed on American citizens that are unsuspecting, unaware regarding the demon possessed that are engaged in the system, such as gang stalking. That's what's relevant behind stalking in a helicopter. Mike LORENZ is pleading for prison. He's already accomplished that. He's going to prison for the hundreds and thousands of people that are gang stalking me along with him, including the gang stalking fire department, including the gang stalking ambulance, EMTs, demons, mentally unfit, have no business even in that position. It's going to be handled in the prosecution of the state. All right, this is P.O.C. The roads and the highways of surveillance. That's why the fake sun is over me at this Chevron at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, where gang stalking immigrants are making false allegations about theft because they're hostile to the documentation that they're keeping under surveillance, while that same agency that they're gang stalking me with, subjecting them to inevitable deportation, is over me, and they're stalking in helicopter together. This is all the evidence that is already exposing them. The mentally ill are those that are psychopathic and highly enraged, and they engage in more violence. This is the population that's going to engage in more and more violent acts of terrorism. P.O.C. License plate 9RD0076. This is all crossing path, light activity, relevant positioning, monitoring, federal stalking, 9DUJ276. Not only are they not under the sun, they're stalking with the government that just flew over by helicopter, stalking, normalized terrorism in the U.S., which is serving for disbanding, martial law, federal prison, okay? But the entity's engaging in this while sunlight does not reflect off of your vehicle on the black asphalt, and it's not even the sun. This is P.O.C. This is the entity that is gang stalking on behalf of Mike LORENZ. Okay, and on the opposite side of this parking lot, where the demons inside of the Ovid Family Community Library maintain surveillance, this vagina monitoring population maintains presence inside of a library where none of them read. Light slingers, feces consumers are not reading, they're stalking with the psychopaths that use helicopters to prove that they're stalking with them. They're maintaining a fake sun 8 hours from now. Okay, that's how you are understanding shared mental illness. The entity that engages in violence on behalf of that agency, the demon that's driving around stalking in the rental car with the paper plates, they're going to prison. That includes the demons kidnapping with that agency that is stalking mentally ill behavior. This is serving for what is already established, prosecution for domestic terrorism. You need to know that the demon possessed, that is the mentally ill, that give birth to children who are mentally ill. They engage in corrupt business practices amongst the mentally ill. They maintain what are positions that are a threat to the public, such as operating fire trucks, fire stations, ambulances, engage in what is public corruption, 6YLX594, sexual violence, including while they give birth to children in doing so, and they include their children. This is the pattern of conduct, okay? Deportation is absolutely necessary. Martial law is absolutely necessary regarding the violence that the demon possessed, which is synonymous with the mentally ill. Their mental illness is one that is inspiring violence, that is inspiring targeting, psychopathic and antisocial behavior that is a threat to themselves and other people. And they don't need a reason. They're demons. P.O.C. It is currently 9 a.m. The fake sun is outside of the drive-through window of Starbucks at 7 p.m. The fake sun is over this building while I'm standing right here, while a population of demons, including Omnitrans, going out of its way to gang stalk. The employees are subject to federal prison as well. They're engaged in this pattern of conduct under what is a fake sun. That's a population sharing severe mental illness. Severe. P.O.C. P.O.C. Alrighty? That's the entity that's gang stalking. The Ontario police are still gang stalking after that helicopter flies over. The helicopter conduct is a outward demonstration of the lack of self-control. P.O.C. It is currently 9 a.m.